Today we are asking, when you live with a health coach, do you live with the nag of the century or next level support? Welcome back for part 2 of our 2-part series with my sweet Kevin, my husband, my favorite client's transformation this year, which ended in the transformation challenge at the OCB Best of the Berg bodybuilding show. So it wasn't a bodybuilding show. Kevin didn't have to get all gussied up in a Speedo.
Much to the displeasure of my boys.
Oh, his buddies would have really loved that. Nor did he wear this interesting t-shirt that I have just laid eyes on today. I'm not sure how I feel about
I
this.
figured you were going to surprise me with questions. I was going to surprise you with a shirt.
And in the right household, you can tell turnabout is fair play here. So you had been underway with this weight loss journey when we did your first interview. One thing that I love about these transformation challenges is there is a market for folks who want a transformation, want a deadline, which is so compelling, so powerful, so helpful in helping you to be successful rather than delay your progress. Right? So you are underway with all of that. And these transformation challenges are really special. You don't have to get on stage in bodybuilding trunks. Kevin actually wore a nice suit and a tie. I was so just taken aback and impressed. So thank you.
Didn't wear a tie. Wore a suit.
Well, you wore a suit. Okay, yeah, you wore a suit. Yeah. In my mind, you had a tie on.
Oh, good.
I was there, I promise.
I get the credit and I didn't get to wear it, so that's good.
Well, you called yourself out. I appreciate the accountability, which is part of the process, especially if I don't get a detail right. But I am going to get these next details right. What was actually calculated in one of the transformation challenges in case you, my friend, are interested in doing one yourself? And that is the scores were calculated based on percentage of body weight lost. So yes, there is a scale reading, body composition, waist circumference, hip circumference, quad circumference, changes in that, and also an essay that Kevin wrote. And I was also surprised with, we didn't talk about the questions for this interview today, and we didn't talk about your essay either. So that was super special to hear for the first time. But the point with this is there's a market out there for transformations. We want to celebrate awesome transformations. And it was such a celebratory and kind of a cliffhanger moment. Now, there were 2 people who ended up following through with the challenge. And that's the sad part. Some people will start their journey and they won't complete it. Something happens in life. I'm going to encourage you to keep going anyway, should this happen to you. But we had this awesome moment to celebrate you on stage that day and the other individual who showed up. And there was a 2-point difference.
Yeah, she did really well.
She did do really well.
Impressive, yeah.
You both did. And who did I say? Who's going to be the ultimate winner or winners? Do you remember what I said about that? Oh, it's not a test, I promise.
It's always a test.
Come on.
Weren't you listening to me? I told you.
You're listening to all the secrets in the right household. No, seriously. I said the real winners are those who
Follow through.
For how much, like 6 months after the show. I always say that the real winners are those who continue
Stick with it, even after
and stick with it. So Kevin won. Kevin won on stage that day. We should have had your medal. Like you've got the t-shirt.
And cover this?
It's a bit
I don't
much.
think so.
He's been hanging on to that for a couple weeks is what he told me.
Yep.
You know, oh gosh, I don't know. All right, let's dive into it. So first question, you didn't obsess. Why did the casual but consistent approach work so well for you with this transformation?
One, and probably most importantly, I trust you. Clearly.
Thanks.
Otherwise I wouldn't be married to you. But you're the professional. You know way more about this than me. You've been doing it a long time. Why wouldn't I listen to you? I was ready to do it. The glorious thing is I could just turn my brain off and read it in black and white and just do it.
Ooh.
And stop trying to overthink anything and just do what the person that's so much smarter than me about it tells me to do. And it's actually a comfort to have that.
I have a coach as well, and I say the same thing. When I go into competition prep and coach says do XYZ, it takes the decision making out of it. And I love that aspect as well. So you lost net, you started at 274. For reference, my husband is 6'6". So you started at 274 before we started the 12 weeks.
Right.
You started the 12-week challenge at 269.
Right.
And then 2 days, the day before the final weigh-in, 12 weeks later, tell us what your weight was that day.
My lowest?
The day before the official end of your 12 weeks.
Oh man. I'm not sure.
Well, this is why coach keeps good
I'm not
information.
sure.
It was 238.
Okay, so that would be, yeah, I remember that was my lowest weight.
238. And then what happened? Your weight was the day before the final weigh-in. He was 238. So we lost technically 31 pounds. Then the final day came where we had to do the second in-body test for verification of scale weight loss, body composition, and all that. Remember what happened that day?
The weigh-in?
Yeah, the final day.
The official weigh-in.
Yeah.
I'd been weighing myself basically naked.
Yeah.
Yeah, so obviously I couldn't weigh myself naked in the lobby of the hotel.
No. When you got the in-body, like the morning of the 12th day, when you got on the scale, you were 238 on Thursday, and then Friday, the final day of the weigh-in. I've got to jog this man's memory.
You know, this is why you win all of our arguments, because I can't remember anything and you remember everything.
Lock in the details. That's your number one coach tip today.
Yeah.
No, the scale went up 5 pounds from the second to last day of the challenge for you to the final weigh-in day.
Maybe the second to the last day, yes.
It was.
But then it went back down a little bit the day before.
Right, because we had to travel to Pittsburgh.
Right.
And it went back down. But the irony was, here he was 11 weeks and 6 days in, and he's down 31 pounds. And then the day of the final weigh-in, for no reason whatsoever, that scale jumped up 5 pounds.
Yeah, so my final weigh-in, I think it was 242 or 3 or something like that.
Yeah, but the scale at our house, the morning of the final weigh-in was 243. It was up 5 pounds from the day before.
Right.
Yeah, so irony, right? But then, yes, your weight had gone down for when you weighed in Pittsburgh. So, that just teaches us, because your eating hadn't changed in that 24 hours between second to last day and final day.
Nope, and all was the same the whole way through.
So what did that teach you about the scale? Or what did that tell you about the scale? Other than she's a bee.
Not to pay that much attention to it. If you're feeling better and you're looking better, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Could not have said it better. For sure. I know, like I'm sure it sucks because you want to report that extra 5 pounds lost, and he did the work, but there it was. And so tell us what is the difference that cutting out almost all alcohol, except you had a few drinks the first weekend because he'd already had the trip of a lifetime planned, so we made that concession. But other than those few drinks right in the beginning, you shut down alcohol. What difference did that make for you physically, mentally? Because we really haven't talked about that either.
Physically, I felt better.
Mm-hmm.
And visually, it really did help my stomach inflammation go down.
Oh,
I didn't have as much of a gut. Like I could almost watch my gut go down. That's how fast.
Oh, we watched, because your midsection from start to finish was down 4.5 freaking inches.
Yeah.
That was so exciting to see. And that, if you're at home, if you're taking your own progress measurements, I highly encourage that one, because if that measurement's going down, sure sign of fat loss.
Yeah.
For sure. Now, a lot of men go through like acid reflux type symptoms too when they're overweight. Did that improve at all?
Yes, it did. And what's funny about that is it improved during the competition. And I started having a little bit of alcohol on after the competition.
Yep.
And it was like coming right back. And I'm like, you know what? I ain't about this anymore. So, yeah, on the weekends I'll have a little bit, but During the week, absolutely none. And that's kind of like the promise I made to myself because I just don't want to go back to feeling that awful again.
Oh, okay. So that's good. So no alcohol during the week. And then on the weekends, we are in motorcycle season.
Dialing it back, dialing it back.
What does that mean though? Because I also am a big believer in setting specifics. You don't set some hard specific numbers, your chances for just letting that get a little
Sadly,
loose.
well, yeah, that's a great point. Sadly, um, it's a lot to cut back even without assigning a number to it because I was drinking way too much.
Okay, fair enough.
So I'll put a number on it as
Okay.
we go.
Okay.
But I do feel a lot better where I'm at right now with it. So
Will you comment at some point below the sweet spot you're finding this summer?
sure,
All right.
absolutely.
Because I want to know too. Yeah. I am so curious. Now, I did joke along the way that you stopped eating like a toddler. And I don't really pass judgment on Kevin's food, but Kevin can speak for himself on that. I don't really think I nag you about your food in our day to day. Do I? You can tell the truth if I do.
Not really. I don't know what you mean by eating like a toddler. Like, what are you talking about?
Like, you've had a lot of
If I
fun
had a
foods.
hot dog, like if I ate a hot dog or something.
Snacking on Cheez-Its, like having the
Just
party
bar
mix in the
snacks.
bar snacks,
I mean,
yes.
there's plenty of adults that eat that stuff. Finished eating.
It's still eating like a toddler.
I'm running around with like animal crackers or anything like that. Jeez.
I wish you would sometimes. I wish you would. But what were the biggest food habits you really changed that you know made all the difference?
Fast food. Yeah, like
Oh, convenience food.
That went out the door completely.
Oh, okay.
Out the door completely. And I feel better for not having that too.
Oh, and so we are 3 weeks past the show.
And I don't think I've had anything for fast food other than Subway. And when I did, it was a wheat a tuna set with wheat.
Okay. You still got to watch that mayo.
Oh, I
but
know.
In the grand scheme of convenience foods, there are worse things.
Yeah.
So, okay. What habit do you never want to resume again?
What habit?
Yeah. Or frequent choice.
Just the excessive drinking. I don't want to do that no more.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Makes a difference. I do remember for early on, there were a couple things that I know were very different for you, and that was your hydration and starting your day with breakfast because you're not a breakfast person. So for the people who are not breakfast people, how'd you get right with that?
I just did it. I forced myself to do it. I didn't enjoy, and I still really don't enjoy breakfast, but it's something I got to force myself to do. But I will feel better for eating a good breakfast.
Big believer. So my observation is you do a great job of asking yourself something I encourage my clients to do, which is ask yourself, and maybe it wasn't this specific question, but how do I want to feel on the other side of this decision?
Right. And I can look at it like, do I want to do what I want to do, or do I want to do what's necessary to get better? If you're going to do it, then why not just surrender to it and do it instead of fighting yourself over it? And at the end of the day, how bad is your life? You got to force yourself to eat breakfast.
Oh,
I mean, honestly.
dang, that puts things into perspective, right? Like if the worst thing I'm anticipating today is
Oh, I
getting
have
down
to eat
this
breakfast. Whoa, it's
protein oatmeal.
yeah.
What a hardship.
Yeah.
Progress is not a hardship. I say it all the time. Fantastic. Well, you also didn't complain. I heard no complaining.
Now, I mean, you may have caught me like I saw you eat something and I'm like, oh, I really wanted that. But I'm like, yeah. All I could think about was I think all the times that you've competed and you've been dieting down for your competitions, and I'm like, well, this is how she felt. Yeah.
For the record, Kevin and my sister, Jill, I know you're out there.
Here, go with the beer cheese.
No, I'm not talking about the pretzels. The night before every competition, I'm not saying I'm forced. I have the opportunity to go sit across from them while they eat bar food the night before my show. And it doesn't matter at that point because so much time has passed and I only have hours until I can get a treat meal too. So it's not a hardship. It's ironic. So this time around, this is one of the few times in our married life that Kevin's been cutting for something, but I was still in my growth season, which meant my calories were significant for me, 2,200 a day. So I did have a little creative license. And did I feel guilty if I ate a Pop-Tart in front of you?
You shouldn't.
I guess I didn't.
No,
I
you shouldn't.
didn't.
There's no reason for you to feel guilty.
No, no. Well, so the tables have turned now. Now you get to be in cruise season.
I can appreciate your getting ready for competitions even more now.
Well, I'm glad to hear. Okay. Okay. Well, I'm just so curious as well. For the person who keeps waiting for motivation, waiting for the next Monday to come, waiting for the perfect plan, what would you say to him or her?
You'll be waiting forever. For perfection, you'll be waiting forever. Really, you just need to catch yourself. I think each person has to wait until they're ready, and you're going to know when you're ready because you're going to be so sick and tired. As long as you can make that first step, that's the spark. And then there's going to be time after that you don't feel like following through. You just gotta force yourself to do it. Yeah. You just have to force yourself to do it.
There's goodness on the other side.
Yeah.
I completely agree with that as well. Any last bit of parting? I'm almost afraid to ask this. Any last bit of right-sized wisdom? Because now that you've been through the journey, you've earned the right to give some right-sized wisdom. What could that be?
Should let me prepare for that.
No, it's so much better if we don't prepare for this.
Right-sized wisdom. Just eat the paper. If you're going to have somebody set something up for you that knows what they're doing, just do it. Don't make excuses. Don't talk yourself out of it. Just do it. And you're going to appreciate it after it's done.
I could not agree more. And this is why we didn't prepare for this interview, because I knew you were going to give great answers without the preparation. Actually, you had 12 to 15 weeks to prepare for this. You went through the experience. Okay. Well, at some point, I think the people might want an update, hear how Kevin's doing. We might pop in with that. In the meantime, if you
have a different shirt.
Oh, I'm afraid to ask what shirt you're going to wear next. I'm totally afraid. Don't know if I'm going to let you know when my next show is either, just because.
I'll get one early, then it'll be ready.
And it wasn't perfect motivation for Kevin. It wasn't some secret fat burning trick. It was simple habits, consistency, fewer excuses, and doing the work even when no one was clapping. And honestly, that's probably the most encouraging part. Because if you're sitting there thinking you need a more complicated plan, a stricter reset, or the perfect time to start, maybe what you really need is to simplify, commit, and stay consistent long enough to let the process work. If this interview hit home for you, drop a comment and tell us the biggest takeaway you're walking away with. And if you're ready to stop starting over and finally build something sustainable, reach out. I'd love to help you create a plan that actually fits your real life. Thanks for watching. And Kevin, congratulations, babe. I am proud of you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.